Today we're doing something a little different. This is a white radish. It's about 2.5 foot long.
Welcome to Healthy Vegan Living.
Need to take these stickers off first. Looks like this one's going to fit just fine. Alright, so next thing we need to do, just going to show you the top of the sink. And I'm just going to wash the skin out. I like the skins on my squashes. Not going to worry about this tip here either, or the bottom. I'm just simply going to put it in the butter, into the high pot. And then we're going to peel it. See, this has already been washed, but we're going to peel it. Now, regular red radishes, the small little red ones, I like those, and I eat them with the peels. But this is different for me. I'm not used to using this vegetable. We got it at our Chinese grocery called 99-cent Ranch. We bought that entire piece for $1. So when I found out it cooks a lot like a carrot, I figured, well, that's what we should do. Treat it like it was a carrot. See, I'm putting that one there. And then the rest here I'm going to save, and I'm going to make a salad out of it. This is a chayote squash. I've already washed it, and I'm just going to lay it right over here. So what we have is let's see, maybe we can move this one over here. Yeah, and this would fit a little bit better. Okay, the next thing we have to do is add water. We're going to add a cup and a half of water. Here, you just pour it over the... And the next thing we have to do is just turn on the lid. Just for fun, I added 2 large onions, both peeled but washed, and 1 russet potato, which I'm going to squeeze right over here, just on the top. Now we're going to put the lid back on. We're going to keep it to sealing, and let me adjust the timer controls next. So what we're doing is we're going to set this thing on manual. We've already have the sealer on, and we're going to adjust the time to 15 minutes. Then we're going to let it vent naturally, and then it'll be ready for us. So in 30 minutes, so let's say 5 to 10 minutes preparation, 5 minutes for the pot to come to pressure, 15 more minutes to cook, so that the 25 minutes of preparation time so far, and then there'll be the venting. So under an hour you have added these additional vegetables that you can use in other dishes quickly and efficiently. We'll see in a little bit. So the Instapot just rang, so it's finished its cycle. Now we're going to turn off the heat, and we're just going to let it vent now for 15 minutes. I'm going to use the microwave. Clear this first. We're going to use the microwave oven, and we're going to time it for 15 more minutes. So timer, and then we start the timer. And this will ring, and it'll give us an idea of the natural venting. We're going to let this vent naturally. So right now it's off, and we'll see in a few minutes. So the timer is rung. So there's still a little bit of steam. We're just going to fast vent it towards the end. Very little left. The lock's still on. It should be dropping any minute. There, the lock just dropped. When you open this up, let the juices fall in. Place this down in the same place. Get a fork, and it goes right through the Daikon white radish. And watch, it goes right through the potato. It goes right through the onion. goes right through the chayote squash, and this is the hardest part. It goes right through the butternut squash. So everything in here is cooked. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put it in a larger bowl. We're going to let it cool, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with it next. Now pulling it out of here is a little tricky, so I use these thongs, these scissor thongs, and I'm putting the potato out. And the Daikon white radish. And the chayote squash. And the 2 onions. And then we're going to grab this entire, oops, not what we want to do. We're going to grab on, and we're putting all this right here. So here's the butternut squash, there's the chayote. And here's what's left of the, and there's a little bit left of the onion. I'm going to let this cool, then I'm going to chop it up and add it to another meal. So it shows you how fast you can cook, and I'll show you how to clean this butternut squash. So see you in a few minutes. Alright, so vegetables have cooled. I want to show you how easy it is once they're cooked to be able to prepare them for a meal. Get the block, a clean knife. Now this is the amazing part, because this is going to be a little dirty. I'm going to use this plastic film. The butternut squash is usually impossible to cut. You'll be able to get the ends easily. See how easy that was? And the other side too. It's very hot. We'll put this back in the bowl. Now the butternut squash is full of seeds right now. We're just going to simply cut it, and you see how easily we go through it? It's just going to fall to pieces, and you get a spoon. I like to use these really big spoons. I'm not going to eat these seeds. Just going to lay them into the bowl. Same thing for the other side. Try to get these little strings off. Now that means that this is perfectly warm, it's ready to eat. I'm just going to make myself a quick lunch, and I really love these parts here, so I'm going to save this and save this for a different meal. And I put a little bit of margarine on it. And this I'm going to also save. I'm going to show you how I'm going to store that. So this will be for my lunch. I'm going to take a little bit of onion. Yes, that's right. Spill it everywhere. And I'm going to take a little bit of this radish. I'm going to cut it down the center. Radish is fairly easy to cut. And give myself some bites. And normally a radish has got a lot of pepper taste, but I found that these Daikon radish are very mild. And this is the chayote squash. I'll put these back in. I'll deal with these in a minute. Chayote squash has got a huge seed in the middle. We're just going to slightly go over it. Just go around the vegetable until we feel it, and watch it just peels away. Here's your seed. And all you have to do is just get it off. I'm putting it at an angle. Look, it just fell out. And normally we would have to struggle to get these seeds out. So by cooking them in advance in the Instant Pot, everything is so much easier to prepare for your evening meal. Look at that, it just pops right out. Same thing for the other side. There's very little, just a little skin. I'm just going to pull it out of there. These taste really good with butter, so I'm not going to add two squashes together, but I want to show you that. Here's the potato. The potato, we're going to cut it in half. It just slides right in there. And I'm just going to put some butter on top of it. Normally I don't do this, but I thought I'd have myself more of a carbohydrate lunch. And there's the potato. Now before we do this, I'm going to show you how I put it away. So this is my lunch. I'm going to show you how I put the butter on top. And I like to use Country Fresh Taste. Basically, this is a vegetable spread. And the reason I buy this monster container is because this monster container is $5. Get a clean spoon. And this is probably way too much butter or margarine spread. And as it melts, I'll move it to the other areas like the potato. And put some on the radish. More than that, it's just kind of, this is probably way too much, so I'll probably end up having to get rid of most of this because I don't really use very much spread. After, I'll put this away. I'm going to salt it. If you watch a lot of my videos, you know that I use pink Himalayan sea salt. I'm not gonna measure it. I'm just gonna shoot. I'm gonna put very, very little on top, and that's it. Maybe a quarter teaspoon or less. So this is what I'm gonna be eating for my lunch. Now to put it away, it's fairly simple. I have these huge plastic containers, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the squash that's all cooked on one side like this. I could even put it both together like this, and then I have this other one like that. And if I have room, I could put the daikon in the middle like here, the potato, and the chayote squash. So now this is a complete and the potato over here. We put the cap on it, and it's ready. See how it's all combined? It's all ready to be placed into other dishes. So a lot of times what I do is I use this is a frozen medley of vegetables, and what I like to do is I like to mix it with my existing vegetables like this right here, and I can make myself a really fast, quick meal. Alright, so this is showing you how to make fast cooking vegetables without preparation, without salt or anything like that. Now because you didn't place any kind of herbs in here or any salt, you can reuse this. The liquid at the bottom is just basically vegetable broth. With a little bit of onion. A little bit over a cup and a half, and I got back 1 3/4 cup, almost 2 cups of water. Now I'll be able to put this in the fridge and add it to other recipes. So it's a win-win situation. Thank you for watching.
If you like this channel, please subscribe.
Or give us a thumbs up.